Hello everyone, welcome to the today's session, that is events in sexual reproduction. In the last class we have discussed about the fertilization, pre-fertilization and post-fertilization, and we have discussed pre-fertilization in detail. Today we will be continue with fertilization and post-fertilization in detail. So fertilization, as I told in the last video also, I am repeating, it is the fusion of male and female gamete which leads to the formation of diploid zygote. I repeat, fertilization is the process of fusion of male and female gamete which leads to the formation of diploid zygote. It is fertilization. We also call it as syngamy. And we can divide it into two parts. What we are dividing? Fertilization. Fertilization is of two types, external and internal. Before this, you need to know one term, that is parthenogenesis. What is parthenogenesis? It is the development of new individual without the fertilization of female gamete. I repeat, parthenogenesis is the process of development of new individual without the fertilization of female gamete. Means the female gamete is not involved in the process of parthenogenesis. So we can continue with our types of fertilization. This is external and internal fertilization. External fertilization, if I talk about, it is the in this what happens is diploid zygote is formed outside the body of an organism. Zygote is formed outside the body of an organism. And in this, what happens is zygote is formed inside the body of an organism. So this is the type of fertilization where we study two types, external and internal fertilization. In external fertilization, what happens is zygote is formed outside the body of an organism. And in internal fertilization, zygote is formed inside the, I repeat, external is outside the body of an organism and internal is inside the body of an organism. What zygote is forming inside and outside. We have some example. External, we have amphibians, frogs and fishes. Examples of external fertilization. And in internal fertilization, we have examples as humans, horse. So In external fertilization, syngamy is occurring outside the body of an organism, and in internal fertilization, syngamy is occurring inside the body of an organism. So one more thing, in external fertilization, the number of gametes produced are large. Large number of gametes are produced. Both male and female. Both of the gametes are produced in large quantity. So large number of gametes are produced in external fertilization. What about internal fertilization? Internal fertilization, in this, ova produced is less, but number of male gametes produced are in large quantity. I repeat once, in external fertilization, large number of gametes are produced, whether it is male or female, no matter. In internal fertilization, large number of gametes are produced only in male, but in female, ova produced is less. Less number of ova are produced. So this is about fertilization. We have completed our fertilization topic. Now come to the post-fertilization. So, post-fertilization. Till now we have completed 2 events of sexual reproduction, that is fertilization, pre-fertilization, and this is third event of sexual reproduction. Then what is post-fertilization? The process which takes place after the formation of diploid zygote. Means whatever the process which takes place after the formation of diploid zygote, it is post-fertilization. It comes under post-fertilization. In this also we have 2 types. Zygote formation and embryogenesis. Zygote formation and embryogenesis is the 2 types of post-fertilization. We divide it into 2. Then, what is zygote formation? Fertilization results in the formation of diploid zygote. So zygote formation, fertilization results in the formation of diploid zygote, whether it is internal or external, whether it is inside or outside. If it is inside, we call it as internal fertilization. If it is outside the body of an organism, zygote is forming outside the body of an organism, it is external fertilization. Then the further development of zygote depends on the life cycle zygote formation, inside, outside, internal fertilization, external fertilization, and it depends on the life cycle of an organism. Means according to life cycle of an organism, zygote will form further. Then, and it also depends on the environmental condition. Then comes the embryogenesis. Embryogenesis is the process of formation of an embryo from zygote, from diploid zygote. It is the definition of embryogenesis. It is the process of formation of an embryo from diploid zygote. It is known as embryogenesis. And zygote formation fertilization results in the formation of diploid zygote, inside or outside, no matter. And it depends on the life cycle of an organism, and it also depends on the environmental condition. Then zygote will undergo mitotic cell division, and cell differentiation. In this, what happens is mitosis. Mitosis is it increases the number of cells. So zygote is single celled. Then it increases to 4, 6, 8, 16 and further. So it is mitosis. So mitotic cell division is the increase. In this, what happens is increase the number of cells. So zygote will develop. After that, what happens is cell differentiation. In this, what happens? Cell changes from one cell type to another. Usually what happens? Usually cell changes from one cell to more specialized cell. Then mitosis will occur. After that, cell will differentiate, cell changes from one cell type to another. Usually it becomes more specialized cell. After comes the embryogenesis on the basis of life cycle of embryo. It also depends, on the basis of embryogenesis in animals and in plants. In animals, we have three categories. First one is oviparous. Second one is viviparous. Third one is ovoviviparous. These are the three types: oviparous, viviparous and ovoviviparous on the basis of embryogenesis in animals. We are talking about only animals. Oviparous is the development of zygote. Development of zygote outside the body of an organism. If there is development of zygote outside the body of an organism, it is oviparous, and it is if it is inside the body of an organism. If development of zygote is inside the body of an organism, then it is known as viviparous. We have example of oviparous: birds, reptiles. And viviparous, we have example human, horse. And if we talk about ovoviviparous, then oviparous I told outside the body of an organism, viviparous inside the body of an organism. Ovoviviparous is also development of zygote is inside the body of an organism. Ovoviviparous is inside, development of zygote is inside the body of an organism, and it's developed in female only. But what's the difference? If we are writing this definition, it is like same as viviparous. Difference is it does not allow extra nourishment. I repeat once. You see, on the basis of embryogenesis, we divide it into two: animals and plants. We are talking about in animals, we have three types: oviparous, viviparous, ovoviviparous. Oviparous, if I talk about, in this development of zygote occurs inside the body of an organism, for example, birds, reptiles. And if I talk about viviparous, in this development of zygote occurs inside the body of an organism, for example, human, horse. And if I talk about ovoviviparous, in this also development of zygote occurs inside the female body, and it grows there. Grows also inside. But what's the difference is it does not allow extra nourishment for the embryo. So this is about animals. And if I talk about plants, as I told earlier that male gamete will come to the female gamete, that is anther stigma. Pollen grain comes to the ovary or ovule to get fertilized. This is I told in the last video. So what happens in this? Here ovule gets converted into seeds and ovary gets converted into fruits. This is the difference. Like this, embryogenesis occurs in plants. And pericarp. Pericarp is the outer layer of fruit. Pericarp is the outer layer of fruit. I repeat, in plants, male gamete come to the female gamete, that is, male reproductive system is anther and female reproductive system is stigma in plants. Pollen grain come to the ovule to get fertilized. After fertilization, ovule get converted into seeds and ovary gets converted into fruits. Fruits outer layer is pericarp. Like this, embryogenesis occurs in animals and plants. I hope you understood it well. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Then here we have completed events in sexual reproduction, and in the last video we have completed phases in reproduction. So in the next video we will study about the water hyacinth. Till that, keep revising.